ரோட் சேஃப்டி சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் கொடுக்கறதுக்காக Ideathon 2023 என்றது டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் திருப்பூர் we have launched. இதில் வந்து வாட் டைப் ஆஃப் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் தட் இன்னோவேட்டர்ஸ் ஆர் ப்ராஸ்பெக்டிவ் ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் வரலாம்ன்றதுக்கு ஒரு பேக்ரவுண்ட் ப்ராப்ளம் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டு கொடுக்கறதுக்காக வில் ஷேர் ஃபியூ டீட்டெயில்ஸ். இப்போ லாஸ்ட் இயர் 2022ல் திருப்பூர் சிட்டியில் மட்டும் பார்த்துருக்கோம்னா we had around 158, we can take it as nearly 160 fatal accidents, deaths in Tirupur city. Out of 160, predominantly nearly 90 are two-wheeler victims, those people who had gone on two-wheelers. Out of these 90, 22 are actually the people who are riding on the pinion, not the riders. If you look in the road, generally what we see is not even 1 in 10 two-wheelers are having two people riding on a bike. Whereas if we see the deaths, 22 out of 90 means 1 in 4 are pinion riders, which means death rate is more for the pinion riders. என்ன காரணம்னு பார்த்தா the complaints of the helmet. So the generally riders of the two wheelers around 40 to 50%, 60% complaints is there, they are wearing helmet. Pinion riders today's date generally the complaints is almost zero. No pinion rider wears helmet. So for every bike we need two helmets. When two people are riding, there should be two helmets under it. We have already launched few campaigns, no helmet, no key, and one bike, two helmets, one bike, two lives, two people and two helmets. These type of awareness campaigns through schools and many other things we have done. But how we can ensure this helmet complaints for both the people on a bike? So startups and these people can come up with some solutions and some innovative ideas, technology based if possible. Nowadays we have seen bikes where the maximum there is a ad hoc arrangement for only one helmet to store. There will be one hook at the back. But when we say that two helmets are compulsory for a bike, the bike design should come with a storage for two helmets. How it can be improved? What type of innovations can be done in the bike design so that anytime two helmets should be comfortably stored along with the bike. This can be looked into. Then to improve the voluntary complaints, what type of further innovation through the social media, through the various forums of ICT, information communication technology, we can improve the voluntary complaints to make people realize about the importance of helmet in saving life. This can also be looked into as one of the solution statement. Then we should also look into the problem of pedestrian deaths. The pedestrian deaths is the next most important. For example, in last year 2022, out of 160, after 90, more than 50 are pedestrian deaths. To be precise, 64. 64 are the pedestrian deaths, which is again a huge number. So predominant victims are either pedestrians or two-wheelers. Most of the pedestrians out of 64 also, when we analyzed, they're crossing the road, going on the road on the left side and right side. The crossing road is the maximum, but there are deaths due to going on the roadside also. How to prevent pedestrian deaths is another thing to be analyzed. We have generally these parking sensors which give alert when vehicle is going near to some obstruction. So to prevent a pedestrian death or even a clash, can there be any sensor based this thing which can give some sort of alarm or sound so that a pedestrian gets alerted, the driver gets alerted to reduce the speed or apply sudden brakes, or the pedestrian suddenly moves off the road, off the collision? Can there be any technological solution can be explored? And spot based analysis for the pedestrian crossings and other places, how we can improve those places to ensure that pedestrians don't crisscross the road and they use only limited channels of crossings with the proper safety mechanism, or any other technological solutions for that, or any other innovative solutions can also be explored. When it comes to enforcement for helmet also, whether any technological solutions can be made to capture through CCTVs all the bikes with riders without helmet along with the bike number to generate automatic challans. Such innovations can also be explored. Apart from this, we talked about the victims. When we see the accused, the vehicles which are hitting on these two-wheelers and pedestrians, if we see, Out of 168 last year, the 25 two-wheelers are self-hit. There is no other vehicle involved. They themselves had skid or they have gone off the road. They are only one vehicle involved in the accident. Around 60 two-wheelers are the accused who had hit an either pedestrian or other two-wheeler. So together, if we see, around 85, which is nearly 50% of the accused are also two-wheelers, nobody else. So the remaining 50% constitutes generally the government bus, private bus, some cars, tempo, van and trucks, more or less in equal proportion. So how we can improve this category of generally the other categories are more organized drivers. So how we can improve the discipline, their licensing mechanism to improve the safety parameters and the safety guidelines for the organized drivers, whether it's a truck drivers or auto drivers or the van drivers. So how we can improve those things can also be looked at through again ICT, some simple awareness drive short videos or short training videos which can be circulated to large number of drivers to make them aware about common errors which are committed which lead to accidents. Such such solutions can also be explored for a prospective startups and innovators who are trying to participate in Ideathon. So these are only few ideas. The road safety is a very vast and huge area. So the prospective participants, innovators, they can think about many other ideas also. And we request and invite active participation to come up with good suggestions, apps or any other innovative means to reduce deaths on the road and protect the lives of common people and reduce the fatal accidents. Thank you.